Since I won't be meeting with you until Thursday, I wanted to give you something up front to help give you that big idea of what it is that we're trying to accomplish in our Canvas practice this week, bringing in what we did this last week and start spending a little more time developing those skills. You'll notice that there are like 4 CK12 activities, and I don't normally use that many, but I felt it necessary after looking at your work from this last week and what you accomplished. And some of the misunderstandings still with the difference between what slope tells us and what y-intercept tells us. I wanted to make sure that you had more opportunity to engage with that, get some explicit instruction, have some interactives that you could get more feedback with that. But I'm going to kick off this this week with this short video to show you, give you that big idea. This is a practice problem from this last week on lesson 6. This is lesson 6, problem number 2. Problem number 2, and I want to just give this as a way to summarize the big skills of the week. So it says a frozen yogurt shop sells all of its flavors in a large cup for the same price. The customer then pays an extra charge for each topping they decide to add to their frozen treat. The graph below shows the relationship between total price and number of toppings added. So in this situation, if you walked into the yogurt shop and you just got the frozen yogurt and that's it, you got no toppings, then you would have 0 toppings here on the x-axis. You'd have 0 toppings. So how much does that frozen yogurt cost? Just the yogurt itself? Well, this coordinate right here is going to tell me. There's nothing, there is something labeled. It's not where I expected it to be. Total price I expected to be right here, but it's not. It's within the graph. The total price is our y-axis here, our dependent variable. Your total price depends on how many toppings that you get. And so in this case, if you just got the yogurt only, it would cost you $6. It would cost you $6 for the yogurt only. What property of the graph is related to the price? Oh, just kidding. I didn't read this part. How much does it cost to add a topping? So the yogurt itself costs $6. I got to keep reading. The yogurt itself costs $6. If I get 1 topping, notice the price of the yogurt increases to 7.5. Remember, this is showing, our y value is showing the total price. So in the coordinates, 1 is the number of toppings. 7.5 is the total price. Obviously, money would be $7.50. So in this case, if I got no toppings, it would be $6. If I got 1 topping, it's $7.50. So how much was the topping? Well, it's the difference between those. The difference between those, and how can I find that difference? Well, I subtract my y values, and then actually I'm comparing it to my change in x. So what I just did was I created a slope triangle right here. Can't draw on the screen with the tool that I'm using right now, so I apologize for that. But I created that slope triangle and I looked at how did y change compared to how did x change. If I had picked this second coordinate, I could still figure out how much the toppings cost if I still take into consideration what change there was in y and compare that to the change in x. And in this case, with 2 toppings, it cost $9. So adding the toppings increased my price $3. So that change in y is $3. But that was when I added 2 toppings. So again, if I took that change in y of $3 and I divided by 2 toppings, again, I would see that each topping costs $1.50. So what did I use to find that? I found that change in change in y being compared to that change in x, or in other words, that vertical change being compared to that horizontal change. I used the slope to figure out how much each of the toppings cost. The next part of the question says, how much does the large frozen yogurt cost with no toppings? Again, if you got no toppings, 0 as your x value for the number of toppings, if you got 0 toppings, it would cost you $6 because y is being measured in dollars. So it costs $6 just for the yogurt itself. What did I use to find that? Well, when x is 0, then that other value, the y value, is called our y-intercept. And why is it called our y-intercept? It's when it's intercepting or intersecting the y-axis here. So where does it cross that y-axis? Well, it crosses at 0, 6. When x is 0, what is the y value? That is our y-intercept. So I use the y-intercept to find that value. So you're going to continue practicing more and more problems similar to this, and you're going to be learning more through your Canvas tasks that are from the student workbook, and also some CK12 tasks to help you clarify and understand what is slope, and in some relationships, in some real world situations, what is slope and what is y-intercept? What's that going to tell me about the relationship, the linear relationship that I have that I'm investigating? So if you have any questions while you're learning this week, please let me know. Send me a message in Canvas inbox, or see me in office hours at our new time. Office hours new time is 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. 11:30 a.m. to 12 noon, Monday through Friday. Except we won't have office hours on Monday, but if you send me a Canvas inbox message, I will reply to you. So I'll see you on Thursday for your live Zoom for math.